So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for having me here. My name is Guy White. I'm the CEO and founder of Catalyx. I'd like to start, if I may, by asking you to visualize something. On one side of a table, you have a bunch of company executives. On the other side of the table, you have a creative agency that's come in to present its latest creative work. The creative agency tells the company executives that their work is big and bold and exciting. The company executives don't think so. They think it's way off equity. In reality, at this table, no one really knows who's right. So what's missing from this picture? That's the opinion of the consumer. Since marketing began, companies have been interested in collecting and integrating the opinion of the consumer. But even today, to do that at any scale is pretty difficult and it's a very difficult thing to do. Consequently, it's often very difficult to uncover insight, plan, create, validate, or track campaigns in any kind of seamless process. And this is problematic because bringing products and services to market requires each of these things to happen together in an integrated fashion. Catalyx solves this problem by embedding the creativity, knowledge, and insight of the consumer into your organization at speed and scale, so that you're able to research, create, and validate all at the same time. So we do this by bringing together two capabilities that have largely remained separate, that of active crowdsourcing on one hand and online collective intelligence capture on the other. Our two main capabilities of crowd and extract allow you to create and extract data at enormous scale into your organization, into your marketing processes, enabling you to create, research, and validate all at the same time. And I want to bring that to life with a number of examples. So a Swiss-based company client of ours came to us and wanted us to understand quantifiable insight to create new concepts for the USA transgender male community. This is a community of 0.6% incidence rate. So we use Catalyx Extract to map out the online key influencers of this target group, approach them, and then bring them together into a crowd to be able to facilitate that crowd, to be able to uncover concepts, co-create new solutions, and validate, enabling them to build engagement, marketing, and innovation with a niche community like no other. Another example, a pharmaceutical company that specializes in ultra-rare drugs for ultra-rare diseases came to us to help them build a marketing communication plan for a product that no one knew existed, for a condition that no one had ever heard of. Using Extract's contextual analytics and social clustering, we are able to map out the user journey of doctors online and be able to intercept that user journey where they were most receptive to be able to build awareness for this condition. And the results were pretty incredible for them, being able to build a pan-European and North American communication strategy that built massive awareness for both their drug and themselves. And finally, I'd like to talk to you about the work that we did for the Red Cross. Now, the Red Cross traditionally has not been an organization that has been able to foster a creative, innovative culture. And they came to us. So we worked together with a range of agency collaborators to build a platform, a crowd that we called Red Innovation. Red Innovation was a way of bringing Red Cross staff, collaborators, and third parties into the organization to be able to work together to not work together by reasons of seniority and hierarchy, but because simply of ideas and creativity. People from 132 countries joined Red Innovation. It fostered 8 scalable product prototypes and eventually it won the 2016 Insight Management Award by the Market Research Society. So it's not just these clients. We've actually worked with categories as diverse as bananas with Chiquita, to beards with Braun, and many in between, solving issues for products and services across all 5 continents in so far 23 different languages. So why should we win this prize today? Well, first of all, don't take my word for it. Our clients such as Carlsberg and Medtronic have lots of lovely things to say about us, and we have been recognized through awards and nominations in a number of categories with versus competition much more established than us. I think we think differently to everyone else here. We're not interested in innovating just one piece of the data system, but in innovating the total business model of the way that companies do marketing, joining up the R&D, insight, and marketing functions, and bringing the voice of the consumer in at scale. Our results speak for themselves. We have products and capabilities that have unlocked significant value for our clients. So that is why I think we should win this award today. Thank you very much.
Jurors, questions for Guy? Thank you.
Yeah, what kind of price bracket for your service, the average budget?
That's a huge question. It's a piece of string. Well, our capabilities are flexible enough to work on very small single project that take a couple of days to always on global brand engagement. So from work that starts at around $3,000–4,000 US up to 6 digits, depending on the need of the client.
Another question? What would your what's the greatest value one of your customers would say that you've delivered to their business?
I think one of the biggest piece of work is being able to uncover insight and co-create concepts and validate these at a global scale. So if you're working with global clients who need to understand consumers in China and Japan and Brazil and the USA and Europe all at the same time, we're able to do that, and then we're able to also co-create actually what the future will look like, so they have actionable capabilities.
All right, so I have a challenge believing that Carlsberg would say exactly that, but I'm going to take your word for it. But ultimately, it's this idea that you're going to be able to do this anywhere, co-create anywhere.
Be able to, it's 2 main ideas. One, that you can co-create anywhere with anyone.
Yep.
And 2, that we can suddenly bring insight marketing and R&D, the creative agency and the consumer all into the conversation at scale and speed.
Great, thanks. Let's bring William Gonzalez up from Sony. Is this so much fun? These guys.
I was going to pull my phone out, see if I could record this and keep it for myself.
We should.
Good theme music. So Will Gonzalez over at Sony Corporation America. Really interesting product. I mean, I think the opportunity, I mean, we've all done focus groups and traditional surveys and testing of creative, and it's laborious, it's time consuming, it's costly. So the ability to use a solution like this to target, ideally, your high-value customers, get real creative feedback, and then alter your creative approach in near real time is really impressive, especially as we start to shift to become more agile marketers. So I'm thinking about the different lines of businesses that we have at Sony. I think our entertainment businesses, which are very much focused on the creative side, right, and data and creative are usually like oil and water, being able to get real customer data tied to a creative and spinning that around as a creative challenge for the creators to say, hey, you're getting real feedback. How do you take that feedback and alter your messaging to influence your overall KPIs is a powerful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I think one of the things that is creative agencies are suddenly emboldened because they can have bigger ideas knowing that they've got 1,000 consumers behind them. Right. And company executives are emboldened because they know that the the feedback that they give a creative agency is also backed up by the consumer. So you have a, as you say, a creative iterative process that is much more positive than a typical side-by-side conversation can sometimes be.
It's great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, William.
Sure,
Thank Guy.
Thank you
Big
very
hand.
much.